is Tarik Talk. Your host, Tarik Mendez, takes you on a journey with guests from all around the world. Broadcasting around the world. Around the world. This is Tarik Talk.
All right, guys. Today I'm here with, please help me out. Let's see if I get it right. Zeljka?
Yes.
Awesome. And I'm at booth 49. Would you mind telling us a little bit about your art?
I'm inspired by architecture and geometry because I studied architecture first, and then I studied fine arts. So it was very important to me to get this knowledge about geometry, and it helps me to even find some to express emotions. Through it. I know it sounds almost
so
impossible,
cool.
but it is, because you can always discover new ways of expressing.
Wow, that explains a lot. Looking at your work, all the everything's so symmetrical, asymmetrical. It's very nice. And can you tell us a little bit about your creative process? Like, how do you come up with ideas for the paintings?
I first make sketches, and then I decide about the size of the work. I'm trying to be spontaneous as well, and I always give interesting titles because I think title is a short description for every piece, and it helps the viewer to really connect with the piece. So I always ask myself about what is the real message behind my work, because I have some series like Green Architecture, where I want to send a message about the importance of nature and the importance of connection between architecture and nature in everyday life. And I also have a studio where I have the wonderful view. I'm surrounded by trees, and it gave me some kind of inspiration to make this connection.
Oh wow. And what, are you an artist that you prefer to paint in the daytime or the nighttime, or it's very spontaneous for you?
I'm spontaneous, but I'm also organized at the same time. I don't know how, but it's also possible, because I'm aware that there are many things that artists need to do, because it's part of the package, you know.
Yeah, of course.
We need to think about the shipping and framing our work, exhibiting, and but I'm in peace with that, you know, and I managed to achieve everything. So
that's so cool. And do you have any studio rituals? Like, when you get to your studio, do you have to have a coffee, read the news, or do you just get to work and start painting right away?
I usually get to work. And I'm focused on the idea. I can also, sometimes I create a few pieces at the same time, because sometimes, but some pieces are demanding, so I need to focus only on them. Wow.
And how long does each artwork take for you? Do you once you start it, are you able to finish it, or you take a few days, relax?
It depends on how I feel, what am I going through, and sometimes I'm in my studio for hours, and sometimes I just have 5 minutes to do something. That's unfortunately the truth, because I already told you it's complicated to achieve everything.
Wow. And how do you keep track of your ideas? Do you have a sketchbook, or do you just do everything before? You just sit down, it's very organic? Do you keep a little sketchbook of your ideas, future projects you want to do?
I always have so many sketches in my sketchbook, and I actually I think ideas are very important, and the most important part, because I already learned how to make something looks good in reality. You know, that's familiar, I know that, but idea is what I think is the most important. So I have many sketches, and I always can find something to do. For an instance, now I traveled from Europe, and it's hard when you come back, because you need to do something.
Get back to the routine.
But I have my sketchbook, so that's the way
that's very smart. And can you tell me about the Central Park painting?
Okay.
When I first saw it, I'm like, this looks so familiar, but I didn't, like, in my subconscious, I was like, this looks so familiar. And then when I saw the titles, you said titles are important.
Yeah.
It's like, reminds me of like those helicopter shots over Central Park.
Yes.
This is so smart. Can you tell us how you came up with this idea?
The idea came when I visited New York for the first time. And I was impressed by Central Park, and it's also part of my green architecture series. I know it's urbanism at the same time, but I think it's important to make this connection. And Central Park is a great example how to keep park for years and to stay the same and to make people happy, because we know that builders sometimes like to take to the green areas and build.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's very cool. And how do you like do you have everything drawn out from the painting, or do you just you go as you paint as you go? Like before you start an artwork, you have everything pre-planned?
Mixed. Yeah, because I care for my first idea and sketch, but if I notice some things could be better in a different way, I will change something about it. And I like to take risks and to experiment.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and the Central Park, I had a sketch, but it was not detailed. I just I was working on it. When I saw the white canvas, then I started to. But it's in proportion. That's important. It's really the proportion.
It's perfectly symmetrical.
Yeah,
it's so interesting. Like, I love how you even have the street, like the Broadway street.
Yeah,
it's so well thought of. I love this.
Thank you.
And do you have any projects coming up later this year or early next year?
I still don't know, to be honest. I'm planning to exhibit in Austria, in Europe.
Congrats.
And I'm still working on my green architecture series.
Okay.
Also, when I have some ideas for my frame series, I'm able to go there and to change something. But I'm not obsessed with the constant. I'm not obsessed by doing the only one series.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's artists are free to do whatever they are inspired to do.
Love that. And I see your architecture background has inspired your art.
Yeah.
Does your art inspire your architecture? Like your sketches and ideas?
That's a great question. Yes, I think it's mutually beneficial. Because I also in my home I apply that knowledge, and I also, whenever I have a chance to help someone, I would, because I have this visual experience. As an architect, it's hard to discover things about color. Painters are able to experiment with color and to get some to realize how things are changing in terms of some colors are different in different contexts. But an architect is more in planning the space and what it's totally different story. So I think it's a great experience to be a painter. And I read somewhere Le Corbusier, architect, he said it's important to do paintings to become an architect.
Oh, I love that.
That was his
so cool.
first idea, and I believe it's true. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast. It's been a pleasure. I can't wait to check out your work on your Instagram.
Thank you.
And it was a pleasure. Please check her out. She's in booth 49, and she'll be here the whole day, correct?
Yes.
Yeah? All right, guys. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you once again.
Thank you for listening to Tarik Talk. Follow Tarik Talk on all social media channels and check out the video interviews online.